Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Good to be here.
Today we're jumping into Bitcoin's recent price moves. It's been quite the ride, followed by this pause.
Definitely. A significant rally, and now this period of, well, consolidation, you could say, treading water near the recent highs.
Exactly. So the big question on everyone's mind, I think, is this just a breather, a pause before heading higher, or is something else potentially brewing?
That's what we need to unpack. Is it temporary or a sign of a shift?
We're basing today's deep dive on a Cointelegraph piece titled Bitcoin Bull Flag and Standard Profit-Taking Hint at Eventual Rally to New BTC Price Highs.
Right, and they're referencing data from sources like TRDR.io and Glassnode, which gives us some on-chain perspective.
And also bringing in commentary from market watchers, names like Material Indicators and Dan Crypto Trades. So a few different angles.
Which is good. Helps you get a rounded view.
Absolutely. So our goal for you listening is to get a clear handle on these different takes on Bitcoin right now. What are the key indicators everyone's watching? What might it mean? Basically cut through some of the noise without getting lost in the crypto weeds.
Sounds like a plan. Let's dig in.
Okay, first up, this bull flag idea. The Cointelegraph article really highlights this. For listeners who maybe aren't chart gurus, what exactly is a bull flag? What does it look like?
Yeah, good question. Think of it visually. You have a sharp, strong upward price move, that's the flagpole. Then the price action starts moving sideways or maybe drifts down slightly in a channel. That forms the flag.
Okay, flagpole, then flag.
Right. And as a technical pattern, it often suggests that the initial strong buying momentum isn't actually finished. It's more like a pause, a consolidation before the price potentially continues in the original upward direction.
A continuation pattern. Got it. So the article notes Bitcoin's price has been kind of stuck, pinned below that $104,000, $205,000 yen. Yeah. And some analysts are reading that sideways movement as the flag part of this pattern.
That's the interpretation, yes. Seeing that consolidation just below resistance as potentially bullish.
But the article also points out something crucial about that. The lack of buy volume during this sideways phase. Right. Why is that significant?
It's really key because that initial surge, the one that formed the flagpole, up towards, what was it, almost $106,000?
Yeah, around there.
That was apparently driven by strong volume. The article mentions large liquidations, pushing prices up, robust spot market buying, and importantly, those huge inflows we saw into the spot Bitcoin ETFs for several days.
Right, billions of dollars going in. And didn't some companies also announce Bitcoin buys around then?
Exactly. All that combined created significant buying pressure. Now, in this consolidation phase, that same level of buy volume just isn't there, according to the article.
So if the buying was so strong before, what's changed? Why the pause now? Is it just fatigue or?
Well, the piece suggests a pretty standard market dynamic profit-taking. As the price got near those higher levels, 104K, 105K, it seems, traders, especially in the futures markets, started cashing in some gains.
Ah, okay. So selling pressure starts to build up from people taking profits off the table.
Precisely. And that can easily absorb the buy-side pressure and lead to this kind of sideways or slightly down-drifting action. It's considered pretty normal, even healthy, after a big run-up. Oh. Bitcoin jumped, nearly 40% since early April?
Yeah, it was a fast recovery.
So some profit-taking is definitely expected.
And that brings us to the Glassnode data, right? Looking specifically at short-term holders, what did they find?
Yeah, this is interesting. Glassnode looked at on-chain activity, specifically profit realization by wallets that haven't held Bitcoin for very long, the short-term holders or STHs.
Okay.
And they did see a noticeable increase. The amount of profit being locked in jumped quite a bit. The article mentions it reached almost plus 3 standard deviations above its 90-day average.
Wow, okay. 3 standard deviations sounds like a lot. Is that unusual?
It is statistically significant, yeah. It shows a definite uptick in people selling for a profit compared to the recent past. So people are taking gains.
So does that level of profit-taking worry the bulls? Could it be enough to kill the rally?
Well, here's the nuance from Glassnode, according to the article. While plus 3 standard deviations is high, it's apparently not as high as the levels seen during previous major bull runs when Bitcoin was pushing towards new all-time highs.
Interesting. What levels did they see then?
In those periods, profit-taking reportedly got above 5 standard deviations. So the comparison suggests that while current profit-taking is elevated, it might not be at that rally-killing extreme level just yet.
So the implication is maybe there's still fuel left in the tank. The selling pressure isn't overwhelming.
That seems to be the interpretation presented. It suggests the current profit-taking, while present, might not be strong enough on its own to completely stop the upward momentum if other factors align. It kind of supports the pause, not end idea of the bull flag.
Okay, that adds some weight to the bull flag scenario. But like you said, there are other angles. The article also talks about the potential for a support test. What does that mean?
Right, this is the alternative view, or maybe a prerequisite view for some. Analysts, including material indicators mentioned in the piece, are suggesting we might actually see a move down first. A brief flush down, as they put it.
A flush down. To where?
They're looking at key support zones, areas where buyers might step in strongly. The range mentioned is between $90,000 and $100,000.
Okay, so drop back towards those levels before potentially going higher again. What makes them think that's on the cards?
Material indicators is apparently looking at the order book dynamics.
The buy and sell orders waiting at different prices.
Exactly. They reportedly see asks, that's sell orders stacking up higher, creating resistance. At the same time, bids of the buy orders are supposedly moving lower.
Meaning sellers are present above and buyers are maybe waiting for lower prices.
That's the read. Like, sellers are saying, I'll sell here, capping the upside for now, and buyers are saying, I'll wait and buy maybe down there. This kind of setup can sometimes precede a move down to find where that buy support actually solidifies.
Interesting. And another analyst, Day in Crypto Trades, he also sounds a bit cautious.
Yeah, he seems to be in that camp too, leaning towards maybe needing a catalyst. He apparently stated that without some serious catalyst, like a major positive news event or maybe another wave of strong ETF flows, he wouldn't be surprised to see a test of those lower support levels first.
Does he have a specific level he's watching?
He mentioned $90,000 as his sort of long-term line in the sand for his own spot holdings.
Okay, but he's not entirely bearish below that.
No, he describes himself as cautiously bullish above 90 TAWID. But, and this is a big but, he ties it heavily to the performance of traditional markets, specifically U.S. equities.
The stock market connection. What's his thinking there?
He notes that stocks have also had a strong run, and if they were to pull back, experience some profit-taking.
Which wouldn't be totally surprising.
Right. If that happens, he thinks Bitcoin could easily see that short-term flush downwards too, testing those support levels we mentioned. There's still a pretty strong correlation there, often.
So it really feels like we're at a fork in the road then. Two quite different near-term possibilities.
It does seem that way. You've got scenario A, the bull flag plays out, buying picks up, resistance breaks, and we head towards new highs.
Okay.
And scenario B, the lack of immediate buying power, maybe combined with weakness in stocks, leads to a pullback first, testing support somewhere between $90K and $100K before any potential move higher can resume.
So while some traders are bracing for that dip to 90K, others are looking at the flag pattern and thinking, hold on, we might just break higher if selling eases off.
Precisely. And remember that Glassnode data point profit-taking isn't necessarily extreme yet. That kind of leans against an imminent collapse, you could argue. But it doesn't rule out a pullback either.
It sounds like a lot depends on factors outside just the Bitcoin chart pattern itself.
Absolutely. Those ETF flows are still crucial. What happens with overall market sentiment? Does strong buy volume return near these resistance levels? It's all interconnected.
The Cointelegraph article definitely paints a picture of, well, uncertainty, despite the analysis.
Which is realistic for markets, right? Technical patterns and on-chain data give us clues, probabilities, but never guarantees.
Definitely. Now, before we wrap this up, we absolutely need to make something crystal clear for everyone listening. It's really important.
Yes, crucial point. Please remember, everything we've discussed here today, the analysis, the data, the different scenarios, it's all purely for informational and educational purposes.
It is absolutely not financial or investment advice, not telling you to buy, sell, or hold anything.
Investing in Bitcoin or any crypto or any asset really carries significant risk. Prices can go down as well as up, and you could lose your capital.
Please, always do your own research, understand the risks fully, and maybe consider consulting with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions.
Couldn't agree more. Be informed. Be careful.
Okay, so recapping our deep dive today. We've looked at Bitcoin's current pause to the lens of a potential bull flag pattern, which could signal more upside.
And we examined on-chain data from Glassnode suggesting profit-taking, while up might not be at historically rally-ending levels yet.
But we also explored the counterargument, the possibility of a pullback first, a test of support perhaps down towards the $90K $100 day zone, especially if buy volume stays low or traditional markets wobble.
with analysts watching order books and catalysts very closely.
Which leads us to the final thought, really a question for you to mull over. Given these conflicting signals, the bullish chart pattern versus the potential dip, the on-chain data versus the order book readings, the influence of ETFs and stocks, what factors do you think will actually be the most decisive in driving Bitcoin's next big move?
Yeah, what's the key variable in your mind? It's worth thinking about how you weigh these different pieces of information.
And just as a reminder, the basis for our chat today was that Cointelegraph article, drawing on data from TRDR.io, Glassnode, and insights from Material Indicators and Dane Crypto Trades. You can look those up if you want to dive even deeper.
Ultimately, staying informed about these different perspectives is probably the best tool you have for navigating these complex markets.
Hopefully this deep dive helped bring some clarity to the current picture, even with all the moving parts. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks everyone.